Hello students, welcome back to the class, and today we are going to discuss the assertion and reasoning based questions from two chapters of chemistry. The first chapter is chemical reactions and equations, and the second chapter will be acids, bases and salts. I hope that you will like the content, and if you like the content, please put the likes on the video and share the video as much as you can. And if you haven't subscribed the channel also, please subscribe to the channel. So without wasting much time, let's get started with the questionnaire. In the first question, assertion states that carbon dioxide turns lime water milky. Students, you all know that carbon dioxide, when it passes through lime water, that is calcium hydroxide, it forms CaCO3, that is calcium carbonate, and it is a white precipitate which settles at the bottom. So this particular statement is a true statement. Reason states that carbon dioxide sullies the water. Sullies का मतलब होता है degrades the water, but carbon dioxide does not degrade the water, and that is why it is a false statement. So the correct option will be option C. A is true but R is false. In the next question, assertion states that a chemical reaction becomes faster at higher temperatures. Students, whenever we provide higher temperatures from external sources, then what happens that the movement of the molecules in the reactants, they become faster, and that is why chemical reaction also becomes faster, or that is why this particular statement is a true statement. Reason states that at higher temperatures, molecular motion becomes more rapid. Okay, molecular motion means if the chemical reaction is having reactants and their molecules are placed like this, if we provide heat to it, then these molecules may become separated and they may start moving in random directions. So molecular motion becomes faster, and that is why the chemical reaction also becomes faster. So this is also a true statement, and as it is giving the explanation to assertion, the option A will be the correct answer for this question. In the next question, assertion states that after whitewashing the walls, a shiny white finish on walls is obtained after 2 to 3 days. So students, you might have observed it whenever whitewashing has been done in your homes, and that is why it is a true statement. Reason states that calcium oxide reacts with carbon dioxide to form calcium hydrogen carbonate, which gives shiny white finish. Students, here the compound that is formed, it is CaCO3, that is calcium carbonate. It is not calcium hydrogen carbonate, and that is why this is a false statement, and option C will be the correct answer for this question. In the next question, assertion states that burning of candle is a physical change. Burning of a candle is not a physical change, because what happens here, that wax of the candle, it burns and forms the vapors, and that vapors cannot be brought back into their original form, that is wax, whereas melting of wax is a physical change. So this particular statement is a false statement, whereas the reason states that in physical change no new substance is formed. It is a true statement, and that is why option D will be the correct answer for this question. In the next question, assertion states that sodium metal is stored under kerosene. All of you know that sodium is a very highly reactive metal, and that is why it cannot be stored outside, so it is kept in the kerosene. So it is a true statement. The reason states that metallic sodium melts when exposed to air. It does not melt when exposed to air. It actually reacts vigorously and it converts readily into sodium oxide. And that is why this is a false statement, and the correct option will be option C as the correct answer. In the next question, assertion states that to dilute sulfuric acid, acid is added to water and not water to acid. Students, it is a very correct statement, because whenever we add water to acid, because of the high specific heat of the water, it may result in the bursting of the test tube, or it may result in the spilling of the acid onto our hands and cause severe burns. And that is why we should always add acid to the water. Reason states that specific heat of water is quite large, and that is a true statement, and it is giving the explanation to assertion, and that is why option A will be the correct answer. The next question states that in the reaction given below, MnO2 plus 4HCl gives MnCl2 plus 2H2O plus Cl2. In this reaction, HCl is getting oxidized while MnO2 is getting reduced. The manganese oxide is getting reduced to manganese chloride because oxygen is being cleaved out of it, whereas hydrochloric acid is getting oxidized to release the chlorine out of it, and that is why the statement is a true statement. Reason states that the process in which oxygen is added to a substance is called as oxidation, whereas process in which oxygen is removed from a substance is called as reduction, and it is giving an explanation to assertion. So this is a true statement, and option A will be the answer for this particular question. In the next question, assertion states that Chips manufacturers usually flush bags of chips with gas as such as nitrogen. So nitrogen gas is flushed out of it because nitrogen gas is a inert gas and it does not react with any of the chemicals present in the chips, and that is why it keeps the chips fresh for a longer period of time, and that is why it is a true statement. Reason states that nitrogen gas prevents the oil and fats of the chips from being oxidized. So it prevents the rancidity of the chips, and that is why it is a true statement. And it is also giving an explanation to assertion, and that is why option A will be the correct answer for this question. In the next question, assertion states that when zinc is added to dilute hydrochloric acid, hydrogen is given off. So let us see the reaction. Zinc is added to the hydrochloric acid. It forms zinc chloride and it forms hydrogen gas is given out. So this is a true statement. We know that metals react with the acids to form salts and hydrogen gas is given out. So reason states that hydrogen chloride molecules contain hydrochloric acid and hydrogen atoms. So this is a true statement, but this reason is not giving any explanation to assertion, and that is why option B will be the correct answer for this question. Next question states that gas bubbles are observed when sodium carbonate is added to dilute hydrochloric acid. So sodium carbonate is Na2CO3 and it is added to diluted hydrochloric acid. It forms NaCl plus water is released and carbon dioxide gas is also released. So the bubbles which are produced are because of the carbon dioxide, and that is why this is a true statement. The reason states that carbon dioxide is given off in the reaction. It is also a true statement and it is giving an explanation to assertion, and that is why option A will be the correct answer for this question. In the next question, assertion states that ammonia solution is an alkali. So ammonia NH3 is an alkali. It is a basic solution. So it is a true statement. The reason states that ammonia solution turns blue litmus paper red. Students, because it is a base, so it will always turn red litmus paper to blue, and that is why it is a false statement, and option C will be the correct answer for this question. In the next question, assertion states that when common salt is kept open, it absorbs moisture from the air. You might have observed at your homes that whenever you keep the common salt open, exposed to air, it becomes moistened, and that is why it is a true statement. And why it becomes moistened? Because common salt contains magnesium chloride. Magnesium chloride is a very volatile substance. It absorbs the moisture very quickly from the atmosphere, and that is why it is a true statement, and it is given the explanation to assertion, and that is why option A will be the correct answer for this question. In the next question, assertion states that baking soda creates acidity in the stomach. Baking soda is actually an antacid and it actually neutralizes the acidic condition in the stomach, and that is why it is a false statement. Reason states that baking soda is alkaline. Baking soda is a base and that is why it is an alkaline compound, and it is why it is a true statement. So option D will be the correct answer for this question. In the next question, assertion states that Plaster of Paris is used by doctors for setting fractured bones. POP is actually a compound which is used to make statues, and it becomes hardened when mixed with water, and that is why it is a true statement. Reason states that when plaster of Paris is mixed with water applied around the fractured limbs, it sets into a hard mass, and that is why it is a true statement, and it is giving an explanation to assertion, and that is why option A will be the correct answer for this question. In the next question, assertion states that sodium hydrogen carbonate is an acidic salt. Sodium hydrogen carbonate is not an acidic salt, it is a basic salt, and that is why this particular statement is a false statement. Then the reason states that it is a salt produced by the neutralization reaction between a strong base, that is sodium hydroxide, and a weak acid, that is hydrogen carbonate, and that is why it is a true statement. Option D will be the correct answer for this question. So that's all, students, from the assertion and reasoning based questions from the two chapters of chemistry, that is chemical reactions and equations and acid bases and salts. I hope that you have liked the content, and please subscribe to the channel. Share this video as much as you can. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching this video till this moment. See you until next time. Bye bye.